Here is my timeline of Maxi major media companies in CalicoVerse. And today, I'm gonna be doing this because this is only in CalicoVerse. I know it's just fan-made stuff. I know that it should be a long time ago. So now, let's get started. In 1912, Universal Pictures is founded. In 1919, Paramount Pictures becomes a major film studio. In 1923, Warner Brothers Pictures is founded. In 1924, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer is founded. In 1932, Fox Film becomes a major film studio. In 1935, Fox Film merged with 20th Century Pictures to become 20th Century Fox. Also in 1935, RKO Pictures becomes a major film studio until 1959. In 1937, RKO Pictures acquires Disney until 1956. In 1955, Embassy Pictures becomes a major film studio. In 1956, Disney becomes an independent studio. In 1959, RKO Pictures becomes a mini-film studio. In 1962, Lionsgate Films was founded as Cineplex Incorporated by John Dunning and Andre Link in Montreal, Quebec in Canada. Also in 1962, MCA acquires Universal Pictures and NBC. In 1966, Avaco Corporation acquires Embassy Pictures, which also owned CBS at the time. And also in 1966, Gulf Plus Western buys Paramount Pictures, and later Gulf Plus Western launched UPN. In 1967, Warner Brothers Pictures and 7 Art Holdings merged its business operations to form Warner Bros. 7 Arts. And in 1967, United Artists becomes a major film studio after Transamerica acquires the studio. In 1968, Columbia Pictures becomes a major studio. In 1969, Gulf Plus Western acquires Terrytoons. Also in 1969, Kenny National acquires Warner Bros. 7 Arts and DC Comics. In 1972, Kenny National is renamed to Warner Communications. In 1977, Warner Communications launched Warner Cable Communications. In 1978, Warner Communications buys HBO, Home Box Office. In 1979, Warner Cable Communications is renamed to Warner MX Satellite. In 1982, the Coca-Cola Company acquires Columbia Pictures and CBS, and because of that, Embassy is now an independent / major film studio, with Avaco Films becoming minor. Also in 1982, Nova Pictures becomes a major film studio. Also in 1982, MCA acquires Polygram. In 1983, Cineplex Incorporated becomes a mini-film studio. In 1984, Disney becomes a major film studio and also buying ABC from RKO since 1966. Also in 1984, Nova Pictures becomes TriStar Pictures. In 1985, Gulf Plus Western acquires Warner MX Satellite from Warner Communications and renamed it into MTV Networks. Also in 1985, MCA acquires Netspan. In 1985, News Corporation acquires 20th Century Fox and Metro Media Broadcasting Company. In 1986, Turner Broadcasting System acquires Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. In 1986, also, National Music acquires Go Plus Western. In 1986, also, the Coca-Cola Company acquires Maxi Pictures, and because of that, Columbia and TriStar are now both independent and Major Both Studio. Now TriStar has to hold CBS now. In 1986, News Corporation renames Metro Media Broadcasting Company into Fox Broadcasting Company. And in 1987, Columbia Pictures Entertainment is formed. Columbia and TriStar are owned there, and CBS is owned by National Amusements. Also in 1987, Turner sells New Line Cinema to Warner Communications. In 1989, Sony buys Columbia Pictures Entertainment. In 1989 also, Go Plus Western is renamed to Paramount Communications. In 1990, Turner buys Transamerica's film and television assets. In 1990 also, Warner Communications is renamed to Time Warner. And also in 1990, Panasonic buys FCA Incorporated. In 1991, Columbia Pictures Entertainment is renamed to Sony Pictures. In 1993, Paramount Communications acquires Miramax and Dimension Films. In 1994, the Coca-Cola Company acquires Animation Movie Classics and Minimax and launches IFC, the independent film channel. In 1995, Seagram purchases MCA Incorporated from Masashita. And also in 1995, Viacom acquires Paramount Communications. In 2000, Vivendi acquires Universal Pictures from Seagram, and also renamed into Vivendi Universal. In 2001, AOL merged with Time Warner to become AOL Time Warner. In 2003, AOL Time Warner went back to Time Warner. In 2004, Vivendi Universal becomes NBC Universal. In 2011, Comcast acquires NBC Universal. In 2013, News Corporation splits 20th Century Fox and News Corp. In 2018, Time Warner was renamed as Warner Media. In 2019, Apple acquired 21st Century Fox to form Apple Studios. In 2022, Warner Media merged with MGM Media to form Warner Brothers MGM and allow Amazon to acquire it. In 2025, Skydance acquires National Amusements and merges with Paramount Global as Paramount Skydance. And coming in 2026, the Coca-Cola Film and Television enters into a deal to acquire them in Sony Pictures. What do you think of this video? Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.